Hey guys, welcome back to our new episode on We Evolve.
And today we are going to be digging deep into Love Island, specifically psychoanalyzing the show itself. So just a disclaimer, we're not going to be bashing any islanders in particular. We're not going to be talking bad about any of them. In fact, we do want to preserve their mental health and the mental health of everybody that's involved. All we are going to be talking about is how the producers of the show take advantage of people and viewers in certain psychological ways and how that comes about. So we can start off with attachment styles on display. So contestants often exhibit an insecure attachment style, they're avoidant or they're anxious, and that can lead to either clingy behavior, jealous behavior, or a withdrawal in stressful moments. So they will that's more avoidant as opposed to anxious. And essentially what they're doing is taking advantage of people's mysterious pasts in their love life. Because we're going to get into that later, but in the application process, they ask you, how have your past relationships been? So they take advantage of your past and they put it on camera, and it's one of the main ingredients for the drama. So.
Yeah. I agree. It's their whole life is
Yeah.
really out there. And it's sometimes honestly it's you forget that this is actually their life. This is not just a movie.
You feel like it's a
actual
game,
life.
right?
Yeah. You feel oh yeah, she'll just enter the real world. To her, that is the real world.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? To those people, that's actually part of their life. That is actually a connection. You know what I'm saying?
And not everyone has the same circumstances as everyone else when entering back into the real world. So what may seem as nothing to one person might be a huge repercussion for another.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's also social comparison theory. So viewers and contestants constantly compare themselves to others based on attractiveness, popularity, romantic success, all these different factors which impact self-esteem. So this is basically the Hunger Games, but with
real life,
but romantic relationships instead of killing people to survive. So
We're voting people off the thing.
yeah.
If you don't find a connection, you're out.
Oh,
it's Hunger Games real life, but with romance.
Yeah.
You know, Hunger Games is just a movie, but this is actually real.
I mean, people dress up but instead of killing people to survive, you're just hooking up with them, basically.
Yeah.
So, you dress up and you watch them fight with each other to survive, except the goal is to get people to fall in love with you. And by that, I don't just mean the other islanders, I mean all of America.
Mm-hmm.
Because not only do you need them to love you in order for them not to vote you off, but you also need America not to vote you off. So now it's this game where it's how can I get all these viewers to become psychologically attached to me? How can I get the producers attached to me? And how can I get the islanders attached to me? So what do you think it takes to get people attached to an islander? And also, what do you think it takes for these strangers to become best friends in a matter of weeks? Because I thought it was very odd to me. They're yeah, this person's my best friend.
Yes.
Sister.
Yes,
Sister.
a sister to me, and I'm y'all met this week. What are you talking about? So
I think, wait, I'll go first, but I think that, okay, let's be honest, some people on Love Island, people don't really have an opinion about, right? Because they're not on the screen enough. How do you get on the screen? You cause drama, right? So it's there's I think that for America to fall in love with you, you need to be on screen. Because it's for example, I think that some of the, some of the players, some of the islanders.
I mean, it's basically a game.
Some of the islanders, you don't know much about them because they don't get that much screen time. And the way the Love Island producers, the whole show works is the whole show is not really about finding love.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's literally about to them, it's how can I, when I say some people watch things that are triggering, they watch things that's like, you know when you get pissed, like, oh, bro, why are they not staying? Bro, why did they go? You're gonna watch it for more because you're like,
You
They're
wanna
rage
see what-
annoyed.
baiting you.
Yeah, they're rage baiting you. Yeah, that's a perfect word. It's like the only way to like, for them is like, they need to keep rage baiting these people, so they need to only show parts that are dramatic. That's why they don't show you their whole day. You think you're watching their entire day in one.
No.
There's definitely times where they're sitting alone and not talking to anyone.
Yeah.
They don't show
That's the
those.
majority of it.
Yeah, they don't show those times.
But you actually, really interestingly, so when like doing a bit of research and like watching other Islanders podcasts, you can see on screen they're mic'd up all the time.
Mhm.
So if they're sleeping, they have a mic right by their bed, and if they get up to use the bathroom in the night, they have to take the mic and put it on them, go piss, come back, take it off.
What?
So it's like and so like they have a person.
Okay.
So let's just say you're an Islander, and I am your audio person. I am listening to you 24/7 for 2 months
That's
to every single thing you're saying. So like they can essentially like destroy you if they wanted, because they're hearing every single thought that
Everything.
you are verbalizing.
So you basically have to put up an act 24/7.
But you're not
like-
supposed to.
But you're not supposed to. So you have to be like organically yourself as well. But it's like,
Well, that's the act of impression management, which goes into Goffman's dramaturgical theory, which is actually the next topic.
Mhm.
But yes.
But yeah, I just think that America falls in love with you by seeing you,
Yes.
right? Like, yeah, obviously they're gonna make opinions like, oh, this person's good, this person's bad, but America's not gonna judge you off of one thing, right? They need to keep seeing you in different circumstances, which means that you need to be dramatic. You need to be Love Island
Like the
video
star.
worthy
Yes.
to be there, and like
So-
that's why there's some Islanders that could have been ranked last. And it's not that America doesn't like them. It's just that they don't know
haven't seen
them.
enough of them.
You know, they haven't seen enough of them.
In contrast, I think it's not based on how much drama you produce in order to get seen. I think it's how much you support the person. Because if you're by that person's
Yeah.
time, or not by that person, by that person's side, you inadvertently get screen time, and you are diplomatic and you're seen as supportive. So when you look at some of the Islanders that got a lot of love, they were giving love to other people. So let's just say one Islander goes in and causes a scene. Then all you have to do is come by their side. And I'm not saying that any of this is calculated. This is just like people that are interacting with each other. And it's like,
Yeah.
if you were in trouble, would I come by and would I try to help you and soothe you, or would I stand up for another person? It's just all a matter of character. But I think what makes someone likable
Mhm.
is, yes, they have to get screen time, but you can get that for free if somebody else causes the screen to be pointed at them, and you're just by their side saying, "Oh no, it's okay."
And then
But
you
my-
were saying you get comfort that person hurt, and if that person is like loved by like a lot of people in
It's like,
America,
oh, you're such a
you're
genuine
such a
good
which
person.
it did happen.
Yeah.
There was a person that yelled at not yelled, but called this person out for like something about themselves, and that person was very like, "This is me. You can't change who I am." I feel like everyone knows what I'm talking about, but it's like when that person started to cry and walked away, the person that yelled at them also got up and ran at them, and it was like, you're the one who like caused
Who instigated that.
instigated, and you did not care about her feelings whatsoever when saying all that. But it's like
Because
it's just like,
Well, I
Love
think
Island,
that-
Love Island, it goes back to Gamify and fairy tales. They walk a very thin line between reality and a fairy tale based on how amazing the production is. So, with that in mind, it doesn't matter. Like, life is a lot more complicated than a hero and a villain.
Mm-hmm.
However, for the sake of simplifying the complexity of a person, that's just going to be the narrative. And that person is, if there's going to be a hero, and if you're crossing that path at any point, you're automatically deemed as a villain. So that's how it is, just because it's like, that just makes it more simple, and that makes it more concrete and so much easier for viewers to digest. So now you're going to be labeled as a bad guy unless you come back and you're like, oh my god, no, let me fix this. So
And you were trying
Well,
to
I think what I was trying to say is like that's like I do agree with that.
Mhm.
I wasn't saying like you have to cause the drama. I like I agree you have to be like in the drama, right? But what I'm trying to say is like there's definitely so many other parts of the day where they're doing that. It's just not dramatic enough for Love
Oh, yeah.
Island to put it up on the
Oh yeah.
for viewers to see. So what I was trying to say is like you kind of do have to be like a little bit dramatic.
during the
like,
day you do, yeah.
People
Yeah.
aren't like
If it's not the challenges, you can't, like, they're gonna show everything the challenges that are very
Ex-
important, but throughout the day,
Exactly.
to be on the show,
the
you need
challenges
that
are the
drama.
only time when every single person is getting screen like
Yes.
really like
Yes.
equal screen time like relatively, right? But it's like there's definitely so many other times that people are getting hurt in the villa, but they just like, oh, this is not that serious, like it's not gonna cause that much commotion with America, like with the America with the America
The America.
with America
With the viewers.
with the viewers, right? So I'm just like, you kind of do have to be dramatic because also when you hear about some of the stuff they say, it's like, I know they would not be saying this out in the real world. Like this is like not, you know what I'm saying?
Because you're isolated.
Can you give an
and
example of
So-
like what you've heard? Like, I just wanna.
I don't want
Too
to give any
specific?
specific examples, but it's just like some of the stuff that they say to comfort you, some of the stuff that they say, some of the stuff that they get upset about. It's like, I know you're not saying that to your best friend in real life.
So
Yeah.
the
Do you know what I'm
reason-
saying? It's like,
It goes back to monitoring. So when somebody monitors what they're saying 24/7, if the Islander speaks about anything outside of that topic, the production team will yell at the Islanders and be like, Islanders, please stop talking about the outside world. They are not allowed to talk about anything else but this.
exactly.
You can only produce so much content. So if you keep talking about the same thing over and over again, there's going to be a point where it's going to start sounding ridiculous. And it's
Exactly, yeah. So it's like, yeah, there's definitely so many other times where they've done all the same comforting, all the same stuff, but it's just to the producers, they're like, well, this is not rage baiting anyone, so I'm not
Like
gonna
we,
put it up.
and if the producers want to show you as a villain, they will cut out all your good parts and like only show the parts where it makes you like. makes that
Exactly, and it's
Islander
also,
great.
yes.
They
That's
do-
a thing they do.
you can also see like, the producers of Love Island are on social media,
Oh, for sure.
right?
Yeah.
They're reading
That's
what
their
people
job.
post,
Yes.
they're reading, okay, so if America, like, pretend we were on Love Island, America loves Shivani, well, Love Island's gonna continue showing Shivani as this amazing person, and they're gonna cut out all the bad parts, because it's like,
Yeah.
Shivani's human, there's definitely parts of her that
That are
X,
good
Y,
and
Z
bad.
viewers don't like, but they're not gonna show that,
Yeah,
because
because
they're like,
that's not easy to digest. The
exactly.
complexity of a person.
Exactly, and it's like if they do show her, people are gonna be like, no, like this show is like, you know what I mean? They're not gonna
The
watch
show's
it.
so complicated, I don't know what to believe anymore.
Exactly. So then it's like, okay, I just pretend America thinks that like I did one thing wrong and they like hate me, whatever. They're gonna keep showing
They're gonna
things
continue to
out of
emphasize
context.
this. Yeah.
100%.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Showing
It's
your
like,
character as like, oh, this is how she is as a person.
yeah, and it's like
You want that.
realistically, every single person, none of them are bad people, or they wouldn't be on the show.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like these people, Cubani's people are like background checked so many times. Like if they were bad people, they would not be on the show.
So heavily.
Yeah.
But if you notice on that note, going on social media, if you look at, like, for example, one Islander was seen as annoying, loud, obnoxious, and then all of a sudden, other people started resonating with that. They started seeing themselves in this person. And they're like, I've been in that
Mhm.
situation, and honestly, I think this person's just trying to find love because I was that person that was just trying to
I
find love.
saw that a lot.
That started growing, and then all of a sudden, this
Yes.
person's narrative
Yes.
completely switched. She went from somebody that's sleeping around with everybody, and she's trying to get all these, like, she's being too much, and she's just trying to get a relationship fast so that she could survive, and she's being calculated and strategic. Now it turned to, she's just trying to find love.
Yeah, and it's like you
Mhm.
hate her so bad, but you were her. They like say that. They're like you don't want to be her, but that's how you were as a person. That's how you experience like life. That's why you hate her so much.
And then at that point, we start seeing a lot more of the screen time of this person. And in this particular example, they continuously say, "Oh, I'm just being me."
And we talked about this actually. We were talking about how we're having opinions about certain islanders, and I was like one week I was like I don't like. No, I was like I just like.
I remember, yeah.
Yes, I was like I like don't like this person, and we both were agreeing. And then the next week when we talked about it, I was like, no, like I get her, like I understand, like from
Yeah,
a different view.
When you scroll on social media and you look at people, there's like ranking videos where it's like this is my favorite person, and then these are the people that I'm like
God.
okay about, and then there's these are like, and then like here's the bottom of the list. It
It's
changes
crazy.
every single time. They go from the top of the list to the bottom so quickly. And again, going back to the reality, people are a lot more complicated than that.
Mm-hmm. Also,
Also-
people, why are we ranking like
Also, it's like keep in
Crazy.
mind that like
Well, they signed up for it.
it's like, you know, you keep in mind you're seeing this person, like, you're only seeing these people in relationships. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't actually know who they are. So you don't know what. I've seen this video, and it's like half the people that say what they do for work, that's not what they do.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you don't actually know these people, you only know them in relationships, right? That's one thing. Also, so it's like, okay, you're only seeing this person through the perspective of being in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
But now you're also, so that's like one, like, pretend that's like a lens, okay? There's another lens now, because now you're only seeing it through Love Island's perspective of how their perspective of being in a relationship is. You know what I'm saying?
Like they might be a different person in relationships, but the way Love Island is like making it like.
You're seeing it how Love Island wants you to see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
But
it's
that's
like,
not how they.
yeah, so
might be.
pretend obviously like we've all had arguments like with our friends. Pretend if like a reality TV show only showed us arguing.
Yeah, no.
They're gonna be
don't
like,
like
this girl so dramatic,
She's
always
always
fighting,
fighting,
like
yeah.
always doing this stuff. But it's like, okay, but that's like 1/100th of my life.
Yeah.
You know, it's also like, but now it's like not just the drama, but now it's like narrowed into just relationship drama and friendship drama. Do you know what I'm saying?
Going along the next theory, Goffman's dramaturgical theory, Irving Goffman was an American-Canadian sociologist, and according to an article on doingsociology.org, there are relationships that are performative, and they're shaped by audience expectation and camera presence. So going off of like what you said before, there have been situations and times where I'll go to other people to consult about a relationship that I have with somebody, and with me telling them only one part or one side or one aspect, they're gonna like judge this other person, even though they're a very good person. So I'm not pointing at you.
Wait, no. I just like have also been in a very similar situation like that.
And then they're probably thinking like, why are you still hanging around this person or spending your time with them?
Yes.
But it's like, oh no, it's more complicated than that. And I only told
Which
you this
It's
narrative.
a perfect portrayal of Love Island because
Yeah.
you're only seeing one side of these people
Yeah.
for 2 months.
Yeah. Because like there are loved ones that will go on social media and stand up for the person that is the Islander. And it's like, hey, they're a real person in a real life. And so, but going back to this theory, there's front stage and then there's backstage. So to put this as like actors, or in this case, Islanders, they go on stage and in a social life, and they're seen as interesting because they have this appearance, they wear costumes, they use props. In this case, they are doing challenges. So then there's the backstage part of the theory where the performance is prepared, and they can shed their roles and truly be themselves. So in this case, to give another example, out on the floor where people are dining, the waiter has the front stage. Going back into the kitchen where they can be more relaxed and they're getting orders and putting everything together, that's the backstage. So in the case of Love Island, front stage is the challenges, the crash outs, the makeouts, every performative act. The backstage is like their little dressing room where the boys come in and give them breakfast and where they get ready and all that stuff. And that's when they come in with their confidants, with their friends, and they start talking more about how this relationship affected them and how they feel sad about it or they feel really good about it, and they're being more themselves.
But they are still being recorded during that time.
Yeah, they're still being recorded throughout the whole thing, and that's what further pushes into this narrative.
Yeah.
That's what makes it a well-rounded story.
Oh, it like gives the impression that they're allowed to be themselves.
Like it
Yeah.
gives the
Like Jessica.
yes, it
It's
gives
like
the
Jessica
impression
Rabbit,
of
they're top-
authenticity.
Okay, but then in reality,
In reality, just you keep in mind that they're always being recorded.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like this
Wednesday
is
and
also,
Saturdays though, I heard they do get a day off. Or
They do get a day
They do,
off,
okay.
and they're able to just do not necessarily whatever they want, but like so Islanders, they
Yeah,
are
what do they do?
they before they even enter the island for a week, they are being prepped. They have somebody that's monitoring them. They have a chaperone monitoring them 24/7, so that they don't run into the other Islander. So they're like if there's
oh my
they put them in these like areas.
Right?
Kind
Is
of.
this a hotel time?
Well, this is like before the island, and then there's shifts. So if you want to go in the gym, you have to go in from this time to this time so that you don't run in to these people.
Oh my god.
If you want to go to a coffee shop, if you want to do this, it's like, okay, is anybody else going to be there during this time? No, you're free to go, and I will be watching you the whole time.
Oh my god.
And then on their days off, it's like they're constantly being monitored so that nothing happens to them that cannot be explained. So in Modern Wisdom, Chris Williamson's podcast, he goes on to talk about how the day off went, and they all went to some random beach in Germany or Spain, and they're playing football, soccer, with all these other people, and one of the producers was like, if you break a leg, how the hell am I supposed to explain that? When you go back on the island and then all of a sudden the viewers see you with a broken leg, it's like, how did this happen? You're supposed to be watched 24/7. How do we not have footage of this? And so how are the producers going to explain this to the viewers? So they have to be so closely
That's
monitored.
crazy.
And that's like, it goes with every single aspect. So even when you think of time, they switch the time on the clocks, they switch the time on watches, they give them phones.
Yes.
They give them phones that like have certain things on them. So you'll see Islanders with phones and like scrolling on them, but they're not actually looking at anything that the producers haven't put on there.
Yeah.
And the times are switched up there, and even when they have drivers driving them to certain places, the times are switched up on that too.
So you actually don't know what time.
You don't know anything about the outside world whatsoever.
That's crazy.
So
That's
when you're when you're constantly being monitored like that, you have to construct a role to maintain some level of deception. And what this is called within that theory is impression management. So you could be genuine, but you are only being genuine about one part of yourself. So the way you're speaking to me, is that how you speak to your mom?
no.
Is that how you speak to your professor?
No.
Is that how you speak to, you get my point.
Yeah.
You have you're being
Yeah.
authentic and you're being yourself in every single situation, but you're still switching up. There's still some code switching. And now that you're on Love Island, you have to switch into one particular code, and you have to manage this one particular part of you're still being yourself, but just one part of yourself 24/7.
Oh god, that's like exhausting.
Yeah.
like I feel like this is so much deeper than just like
Oh yeah.
watching. Like
Yes.
no one thinks about this when you're watching Love
Mhm.
Island, you know, because it's like also keep in mind that when it's like the producers are like showing you what exactly they want to show you, you're not watching this in real time. Like you're not watching this as it's happening.
No.
They're not editing this like as it's happening. They're editing this and then putting
Yes.
it out there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's so much different than a reality TV show where it is happening in real time, because it's like you can only edit so much out.
Yes, even when they like have left the island, they're still cut off from society.
For like 2 days
For-
before.
yes.
Only after the finale airs, they're able to like go out and be.
No, I don't think so.
It's a matter of
Did
after
that
24
episode?
like once that episode where they leave is out, then they can finally be free.
Yeah. Because I saw one of the Islanders when they left the video, like one of their TikToks popped on my For You
Oh
page.
yeah,
and
they got their phones back by then. I thought because they were
Well,
filming
no,
like popular
because
clips.
they're not allowed to spoil anything.
Yeah, so they can only put stuff out there once it's already been put out
Yeah,
there.
but I'm asking once the finale not airs, but like the Islanders at that time like oh, they know the winner, and they jump the pool, they do their whole like celebration, and it's like I saw clips of them like recording like after the finale got posted. I saw clips of them being like recording like popular like, TikTok videos. So I'm guessing they got their phones back at that time.
Yeah, once everything's over.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, because it's done at that point.
Yeah.
But it's also like, I don't think so. Pretend we're in Love Island together. If you leave the island, it doesn't matter. If she, as long as she doesn't post before she leaves the island, is posted through Love Island, like on Peacock, whatever. But if she lives her life, talks about Love Island, it doesn't really matter because she's not actually knowing what's going on in Love Island other than what she's watching on Love Island.
And they make sure like if you are voted off, you have to stay in the hotel for 2-3 days, record an after sun episode, and then you're able to like go out in public and get your phone back and go home.
Yeah, even then you're still
maintaining
maintaining that impression management. And like a bigger example of that per se is, let's just say Shivani and I are having a conversation and I want to manage my impression where I can be happy, sad, angry, but I want America to think of me as this happy, non-problematic person. So, well, not only, that, and then also like I might postpone an argument with you instead of truly revealing how I feel. If you were just another friend of mine, then, and we had a conflict, then I'd be like, hey, can we talk about this? Please don't do that again. X, Y, and Z. And then it would just be really, it would be straightforward, confrontational. It would be like, are we good? Yeah, great. And then we'd move on. That provides zero drama, zero conflict. We only talk about it for like 5 seconds and then we're done. If my whole job is to talk about it to you all day, then
you're gonna prolong it.
Well, yeah, not only are we gonna prolong it, but on top of that,
it's gonna be more dramatic.
It's gonna be more dramatic, and I am trying to go through that impression management. So I'm not gonna be like, hey, can we talk? I'm like, hey, Shivani, I just want to pull you for a quick chat.
Can I play for a chat?
It's like I'm trying to maintain this airy sense of femininity. That's not how I am.
No, that I feel like makes me so mad when they say that. Like it's like there's something like so big, and it's like, can I just pull you for like a quick chat?
Or if they're like something crazy happens and they're like, we're good, girl. I love you.
No,
and they're like
feelings.
good tomorrow. And
I'm so happy it was you.
If something this like was happening, I would never speak to you again.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's the point of Love Island. You're supposed to come out, explore connections, not be like mad anyone stepping on your toes.
It brings you down to like, why is it even called Love Island?
Yeah.
Because
it's not Love Island.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Hate
you
Island.
You might find love if we like you, Island.
But it's not even that. Like, think about how many couples, like, every single person on that show has made out with every other island.
Yeah. You date
like,
everyone.
what do you mean find? Like, this does not happen in the real world. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's the point.
But it's like they make it so unrealistic that it's just like you're not even gonna find love.
Because you know what?
You're gonna find people that like are like this is like. Do you know, like, you're gonna just have weird experiences when you're back in the real world.
Speaking, the majority of people never actually make it out of the island and end up in a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
Hey, stop. Last season 6. I will actually fight season 6. Like, I love that season.
Okay,
but like
so
the majority of it.
3 couples, guys.
Well, okay, I'm talking about marriage.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm talking about marriage. I mean,
we gotta wait on that.
So there's only one. I'm not talking about Love Island UK. I'm just talking about
USA.
Love Island USA. There's one couple out of all the seasons that is currently engaged.
Oh.
Only one.
It's also not only, like, there are a lot of TV shows that are like this.
That I know of. Continue.
There's a lot of TV shows like this, like Too Hot to Handle. Like, there's a lot of reality TV shows. Obviously, their concept is different, but it's the same. It's the same,
crazy
like,
name.
It's the same, like, idea. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
None of those shows are actually doing what they say they're doing.
No.
Like, that's why it's like the people, because it's like, okay, keep in mind, like, your type, you could have, like, a type, right? You could have, like, a specific type, right?
Yeah.
But, like, you can only describe your type personality-wise so much. You can only describe it looks-wise if you think about it, right? Like, you can't, you say, okay, I want someone that's caring. What does that mean?
They could say, like,
you know?
I'm a caring person, but you're never gonna see him.
No, I'm saying like you can
Like,
describe
in the action, you know?
someone
No, but
physically.
on the application, you have to describe them to a T.
Well, I know, but it's like, okay, I'm saying like okay, so you can say like, I want someone that's tall, I want someone that's dark skinned, I want someone that's like this kind of skin color, but you cannot say so like there's gonna be so many things that happen in your life, right? Your perfect person can do something so unimaginable that you would not have predicted because he's so perfect for you, right? But it's like you can't actually describe your perfect person in a more perfect way than physical. Like you can't actually describe someone's personality as you see it, as you're
Because people
experiencing
are
it.
unpredictable.
Also, it's
I
like
think people just lie. Oh yeah, I'd say I'm humble, I'm caring, I'm
Yeah, it's also
goal-oriented.
like- and it's like
You can't know that
I want
unless you see
someone
the
that
person.
I want someone that has goals. Okay, well
Yeah.
that's like everyone. Like babe,
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying? Like that's like I want someone that's very thoughtful, love like okay, like that these are not like so it's like okay, what Love Island brings onto the island as your perfect person, like you may never find that person perfect in the real world. Like that may not be your type personality.
But
wise.
because
But
you're
it's
on
like,
Love Island.
but
you
now
have
it's
to-
like your options are like
That's a good point.
Love Island wants you to be with this
Yes.
person, you're gonna be with that person.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter that's your type, it doesn't matter like about anything. Which is like that comes down to the whole like
Yeah.
it's not
And, like,
really
Yeah, and you having to fight for a connection to make it last because that's your
Yes,
type.
because
but,
you're in survival mode at
Yeah.
that point.
and then it's like not working out, but you're like, no, this is my type. I love this type of man. Like I want this person, but this
and
person does not want you.
and not to mention like you don't know what's going through people's minds. Like there could be some islanders that are literally like, I just want to be on the island, so I'm gonna
Oh,
fake
yes.
a connection
Yeah.
till I get kicked off or something. You don't know. You don't realistically. You don't know that. I don't know what. Realistically.
Realistically, you
Realistically,
don't know
you
what's
don't know
going
that,
on
right?
in people's heads.
Like if
Right.
I could be like I could fake a connection, fake a friendship
Mhm.
for a month. Like it's not that hard. You know what I'm saying? Like you could do it if
This
you
is
really.
concerning.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like
Lord.
you could. Bro, if there's a camera in front of you 24/7, you're telling me that you cannot fake
Oh,
emotion.
like when a camera's in front of you.
Yeah, like I'm saying if I was a Love Island
Okay.
guy.
Do y'all
I'm-
even like me? Because there's a camera right here. Well, dang. Chat, clip that. Clip that right now.
But yeah, like you don't know if people are just doing that, and it's just like
How long have we've been doing this for a month, right?
Oh, wait, it's like no, we've been 2 months.
No.
This is
Yeah,
weird.
we have been doing this for 3 months.
Ah.
So you know what?
You're okay. You're in
I survived. I survived.
But
the
you're
Love
right. I
Island.
agree with you because if
Yeah.
there's a camera at my face for 2 months, like
Oh yeah.
I don't want people to hate me, so I'm just gonna like
exactly.
we're best friends.
Also, can we talk about the whole like theory about how some of these islanders could be putting on an act with other people so they stay on Love Island for a long time so that they grow a fan base when they leave Love Island, and then after they leave Love Island it's like if you have like what 2 million followers, your career is set on social media.
Yeah.
And it's like, can we talk about how that's so this is such like a business transaction
Yes.
from an islander's point of
Well,
view that went into that?
Nobody's
Doing
going
that?
into Love Island for
To
the sole purpose of finding love.
Right, but
There's
it's
like some ulterior motive. Maybe not. I'm not gonna generalize people. Maybe there is somebody that's like, okay, I'm at my last straw. This is my last resort. But
like
there
this is
are
not
ulterior
the only
motives.
reason they're going, right?
it is a business transaction.
It
You're
is
giving a part of
crazy.
your life in exchange if you are a favorite, followers, fans, fan base.
Yeah.
I just said 3 of the same things. Maybe potentially love, connection, but you're like coming out with some sort of family in a way.
Yes, and so
Kind of.
while
Yes.
that's going on, social media, like even while you're out on the island, social media is constantly changing with new information, not facts, just statements,
yeah.
information. And what it does is it dramatizes and amplifies many other people's versions of like going back to impression management. So you could be having this impression of this person, like I'm trying to be super happy or I'm trying to be super dramatic, and then social media is just gonna like zoom in on that times 10 it, and then there's gonna be a person cropped over that video talking about the very obvious things, and that's gonna grow your fan base.
Exactly.
Or it's going to kill it. Like
Yeah.
people have unfollowed, people have followed just based on
but
other
in the
people's
overall
opinions of a
sense,
person that they've never met.
in the overall sense, people's following has grown.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even if people don't like them, it still grows. For in the if you see like
I
as
feel
a
like
net.
this season was
It's a
really, it
continuous
was
rage bait.
crazy this season. It was like they don't like this person. I swear their followers dropped like 200K, but then as soon as people started liking the person again, it like went back.
It's also like
they're
it's also like I've seen videos where something happens right and these people on social media like
just like
psychoanalyze your entire life.
yeah.
And
Like I'm 20 years old, right? I go and I'm pretend I'm on Love Island basically. They will literally pull up something from like elementary school and like talk
Yes.
about it and be like,
Okay.
this is why
part.
she's like that. And I'm like,
that part.
you need to stop.
That part. Because
It's like
who
crazy.
gives you the right to just, yes, free will, freedom of speech.
Yeah.
You can go on social media and speak your voice, but honestly, have some compassion and
Exactly.
some empathy and realize that you are talking about real people. And
I
yeah,
think people
sure.
forget that.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, they signed up for this, and then this is like, they chose this life.
Because they think that
Come
it's like a
on.
movie. It doesn't feel real.
Because
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest, like sometimes I'm watching and I have to be like, wait, this is like how
this
these
is like
for
yeah,
real.
No, this is like real
Yes.
people.
Because going off of,
and they don't
like,
see
narrative.
anything we're seeing until after they leave the villa.
so there's reality, there's circumstance, and then there's speculation. Reality is, I'm sitting next to you because the seat was open. Now, here's speculation. You happen to be sitting next to the person that you're coupled up with, and now people can say, oh, she just sat there because the seat was free. Others would say, oh, she's trying to lure her man in and capture her man. So it's this switch up of perception and the addition of assumption that causes the amplification on social media. And why this is so harmful is because I believe 4 islanders and 1 host. It's unknown whether or not this has been tied to Love Island and people on social media saying whatever it is that they want about them. I'm sure it didn't help, but that's 5 people in total that have committed suicide.
Is it a hostess committed suicide as well?
A host on Love Island UK
Wow.
committed suicide. Well, again, like I don't know anything about them, their reasoning, their history. I just know that these people committed suicide and they were connected to Love Island. Whether or not it was caused by that, caused by something that happened in the future, or if it all ties back to Love Island, the point being is that your words have meaning.
Yeah.
So why would you say anything if it's not going to change anything? Because they can't see your messages until this is all said and done and everything has already happened. And yes, again, I keep saying like everybody has their freedom of speech, but it all goes back to rationality and compassion.
Yeah.
But people don't care about the
Like,
repercussions
would you
of
say
their
it to their
words.
face if they're like saying like
Exactly.
what you want?
You wouldn't. Or maybe they would. People are pretty
You're right.
out there. I don't know.
You're right.
Because I went on Islanders post for the sake of research. I went on their social media accounts
Oh my
and
God.
looked at their posts
First
regarding
The
yes.
first comments, like in any of their posts, it's just like it's something about them, and it's like 10,000 likes to that comment.
Yeah.
It's like the top comment.
Also, I've never watched Love Island like other than this season.
Yeah.
But I feel like this season people that are like the viewers that are watching, they take it further than Love Island and bring their personal life into it, which I don't think. I watch other reality shows and they've never done it to this extent. Like people always leave stuff that happened. You know how they say like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah.
What happens on like
The
the
Villa.
other shows that I've watched stay on the villa. Like people, they might get like some stuff, but no one's doing like a scrolling all the way to the bottom of their Instagram seeing what their first post was.
No, it's not.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
But now it's like every single post I see is not even about them in the villa.
Yeah.
It's like their
It's
personal
about
life.
their past.
And it's like that's
And I
Because
watched
they're
the
trying
last
to
season.
feed into assumptions of character.
Yeah. I mean, sorry. I watched last season and like seeing like the viewers from like the season before and season definitely the season 6 like was genuinely the best. Like I think, in my opinion, I think it was a really good season. I felt like the people were genuine there. I felt like I could genuinely see like that sister bond and like friend connection on there as well. Like I didn't feel like anything was forced or faked, especially with the relationships. And seeing how these relationships have lasted over a whole year, like can show that like okay, you know, these people are like here for like I guess like genuine reasons. But the viewers then, when people would make a mistake or like go crazy, like they would not go to the extent of like going through their personal life, like finding something. This is why they are like this person dated this person, and that's why they're like this. Like this season, like people are like unhinged. They're like
Yeah. Also,
Like-
the producers did such a bad job because all of these people know each other. Like, at least one person knows another person in the villa.
Yeah.
And then
Which is, like, crazy to me because it's like, is it the whole point to, like, not... Because then it's like, okay, the more people you know, so pretend, like, I'm in with 3 of you guys, there's more people. You 3 know me. You 3 know the real me. Okay, why do I care to be real there? Because it's like, I already know my 2 friends know who I am.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, that
So
makes
then
it
a clique
more...
forms. It's not
Yeah.
Exactly, that happens, and also if I'm more inclined to be fake because I already know the people that I actually care about,
yeah.
or the people I knew going into that already know who I am.
Yeah.
So that just you know what I mean? It incentivizes being fake, or like not even being fake,
Putting
but
up a
putting
front.
on putting on like a front because you're like, okay, well now who cares? Because someone knows like the real me. Someone will stand up for me. I already know that, but it's like. The whole point is to not know who your friends would be, not know who would stand up for you, not know who's coming on the show.
It's creating raw and original relationships organically.
Yeah, and it's called reality TV. It's supposed to be realistic.
Well, that's why none of the
To some
conversations are
extent.
scripted, but it's so structured.
Exactly. It's also like the way. It's like it is called reality TV. Obviously, any reality TV that's not in real time is going to show viewers what they want to see. But I think this season especially, if someone was disliked, they took that dislike to hate. If someone was liked, they took that like to love. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I also think part of the problem is like, okay, some people on the island, it's like, okay, we think that this person knows this person. Now there are like, forget about creators, there are like fan pages.
Yes.
And they like, their sole purpose is
Yeah.
to make videos on
On
these.
this one person, on this one
Yeah.
season, on this one
And
show.
it's like, they're here like saying all these things, like, this person knows this. And it's like, okay, yeah, like perhaps, like maybe, where are you even getting this information from? Like,
So-
who are you finding this information from? And we're just blindly believing that.
Yes, because you know what? At the end of the day, this is just a show, and the only reason why you think it's magical is because somebody told you that it was.
Exactly.
You never would have known about Love Island if I was like, hey, this is what's going on in social media right now. People are talking about Love Island.
Literally, that's what I got into. I haven't watched. I don't know what Love
I
Island
have
is.
not watched a single episode until one of my friends was like, hey, this is what I'm watching with my family right now. And I was like, all right.
Family?
Yes. This is a family gathering. Keep in mind.
Oh,
I don't
Keep in mind.
It's my friend.
Everybody in this particular situation is over the age of 18. But this is like, you have to look at culture.
No.
You have to
Okay,
look at
well,
culture. Like,
mostly everyone in my family is over the age of 18.
but like this is
Never actually watched this.
You're not
culture. Like, I feel that's also a huge thing in the villa, and that also affects people psychologically, is that different people come from different cultures. So now you're gonna judge people for acting or behaving a certain way, when in reality, that's just their norm.
Like that one of the girls that was on Love Island that was like bashed on the internet for not doing, like, I think not kissing people or something at the beginning.
was she bad? I thought
Yes.
I mean, she was not bashed. She was bashed on the island.
people
she
were
was
like,
judged.
well, this is why she got kicked off because she
Yeah.
wasn't like doing
And it's like,
anything.
yeah, it's like,
Oh
that's
my
what I'm saying. But it's like for
Different
her,
people,
it's like
different cultures.
realistically, bro. Like, I think that a lot of people don't go on Love Island
Yeah.
because they're like, like physically, that's not how I make connections.
Physically,
Like I
yeah.
don't make connections by just making out with them. Like I
Yeah.
can't do these challenges just making out. It's like I think that the majority of people that have strong connections in the real world, they don't do that. Like they're not making out with every person they
They're
think
like,
is
hey, I like
attractive.
you, kiss me now.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Can I tell you
yeah.
about Chad?
Yeah,
After talking to this person like for like 3 seconds of my day, I think we have a really good connection, and I'm gonna couple up with them tonight.
yeah, it's like
Girl, hey girl.
we don't, in the real world, we
I'm
don't even make
so
friends
excited
like
about
that.
going on this date, and then it's just like this literal field that has come out of nowhere with mountains,
It's like an island.
and they're feeding these strawberry covered like chocolate with the strawberry stuff.
Yeah.
Again, they're walking such a thin line between reality
Yeah.
and a fairy tale. There's gonna be moments down the line in history, I feel, where people would talk about, oh, we would come together and we'd sit in front of the television and we'd watch
Love
like Jeopardy together. We'd watch
Oh, yeah.
this
That was
together.
Love Island.
Now it's Love Island because it's just another part of society. I know other people whose families watch it together. Like that person's not the only one. Their siblings talk about it with each other. Their
I think
parents like
It's like
Sometimes
this
me
is
and my brother talk
something.
about it, low-key.
This is something like people are talking about. Like it's like happening national news. Like it's so
Yeah, this is
important.
My
like
mom,
so
my mom's
relevant.
seen it on her reel, so she's like, "Oh, are you taking the show?" Like, I
Yeah,
saw.
like, guys, keep in mind, I don't know what Love Island is. Like, I did not know.
Yeah.
I just saw it on my TikTok page so much that I'm just like,
You
is
got
it
it.
really that good? And I went to
People-
go see it.
people think it's magical because somebody told you this. People think it's worth watching because somebody said so.
Exactly, and it's like,
One person is so rage filled by this other person's random actions. It's like, oh, maybe I should check this out.
yeah,
The social media team doesn't have to do much. Like
Yeah.
other people are just doing it for
exactly, yeah. And it's also like, you know how now there's like, how you can follow like a creator that you really like on social media, right?
Yeah.
And you can see what you only get to see what they want to post.
Yeah.
Right? Like if they don't want to show you what they do at work, you don't have to see it. So it's like you don't know them when they're at work. You don't know them when they're doing
You
this.
don't
you
know the people.
Exactly.
Like, true.
And
you don't.
now like that person is like, okay, they want their whole, for example, like I make content, right? The most of the stuff I post is like day in my life. I don't show like actual real conversations that I have with my friends because I'm like, I don't want to put things that are so personal to me out there, right? Because it's like, people are gonna judge. People have nothing better to do than judge.
100%.
So it's like, I can be having a conversation with you that to us is normal.
Yeah.
Like if I yell at Shivani and that's just our dynamic, she's not gonna care.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna care. But whoever's watching is gonna have an opinion and they're not even involved.
Again, cultural difference.
So it's like now you're on Love Island, right?
Yeah.
And now it's not this person that's choosing what they want to put out there. It's some third party person that's choosing. So imagine if me and Shivani were like big YouTube creators, something like that, and we would post vlogs all the time, we would post everything our whole life. Someone's gonna take out like the worst parts of us and make it a collage.
Yeah.
You're gonna see that collage and you're like, I'm not following these people because of this. And that's exactly what's happening to these people on Love Island because they're not getting to choose what they want to put out there. There's some other, and they don't even know what is getting put out there till they're done and they leave the villa.
And that's not
It's
just
so
social
sad too.
It's
like
so
they come
sad
out
because
and-
people forget these are real people. Like this is not some scripted movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they come out and they see all this like either like love or hate or like
both.
like maybe or one specific like islander, like it was very like her whole like story on Love Island is very like roller coaster, like, and her going back and looking at those like clips and videos, like it's just like sad.
I can only imagine because people are not looking at you for the real you. You're going to be misunderstood infinitely. And to me, I think of this concept as hilarious, where the show, in terms of views, rating, retention, concept, social media promotion, the set, everything, it's amazing. But the truth is, like, you could be sitting down and having an intimate conversation with someone, and there's just somebody hiding in the bushes. I think that's hilarious.
Like
Oh,
it's
like,
like the show is made for these islanders. The only people that are having a good time
Yeah.
is everyone else.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm
Because,
saying?
Whether it's social media, it's the producers, they're all going to be watching everything that you've produced.
Mm-hmm.
For the producers, it's everything in the present. For the viewers, it's everything in your past.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're only gonna select the narrative that they choose in their head.
And like there's a part where like these islanders, they're in a clique and they like grouped up against this one person for doing something, and this person like apologized. And like everyone was like, we hate all three of them, like she literally apologized, and like they're being so mean, they're being bullies. So many like edits on them were of them being haters. It was just like really bad.
I literally, yeah, keep
And
going.
then the next day, like when the next episode got posted, two of the girls from the clique apologized. So then everyone was like, we love them, refollow them back, and it's just like, what is like happening? Like, why are you?
Yeah, and it's like, I literally saw an edit of one of the Islanders, and it's like her out in the real world. Like, she's out in the villa, out in the real world. She's like apologizing, okay? That apology is not for Love Island. Like, it's just some random apology video someone
Are you kidding me?
and someone like posting and they're like this person's like reaction to this person on the Love Island after she's out. And it's like, that video is not even about Love Island.
You're
Wow.
joking.
And it's like people that don't watch Love Island still have an opinion on these characters because they're seeing so much of it
You're
on
just seeing
social
those
media,
popular clips.
right? And it's also like me too. I was like, oh, like is she actually like that video is just not even about. Well, that video is not even from 2025. Like it's
really?
some random video
Oh, yeah,
that someone clipped and they just clipped the right parts.
Yeah.
That's
And,
so
like,
crazy.
It's just crazy.
Because
like,
it's for the sake of one, content creation, because not only are you making content and getting free publicity by crashing out on the show, I can like ride on that cloud and I can make some like
you can get popular.
yeah, I can get popular by making some fan page. I never show my face so nobody knows that it's me.
Right.
And I make some fan page about this islander and I just produce content. Now everybody's following me because of this
Right.
person.
Exactly.
You got an
And it's
account?
like,
You got an account?
so were you the one that posted that?
There's a real
Did you clip that video?
There's a reason why I gave you the responsibility to do the reels because I suck at my job. For me to do that,
Well, if
I
you made that real, you don't suck.
bro.
Because I believed it.
Bro.
Because I'm gonna read the comments.
Bro, if I made a fan page, it'd be so obvious. It's like when you look at the quality of content.
It'll be like facts about
No,
them.
literally, it would just be like, statistically speaking, about 46% of the time. And it's just like, yeah, she made this. But essentially, yeah, I would never do that because I don't think I have enough time in the world.
I was just
Like,
literally
literally trying to like. No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
It
No,
wasn't Alina.
It wasn't
So
me.
it's
I swear it wasn't me. No. But I don't care enough. I'll care enough to do a psychological research on the show itself, not on the Islanders, because I don't care about one
Yeah,
person.
and it's just like
that much.
Yeah.
guys,
It's also like
we don't know them.
I don't know about you guys, but every single time I watch it, I like and I find myself having an opinion. I'm just like, wait, like,
Yeah.
we're
Does
only
it
seeing-
matter?
First of all, does it
Does
matter?
it matter?
Does our opinion matter? Like, I'm so bored that I'm watching someone else's life.
Okay,
Isn't that crazy?
yes.
Like, isn't that actually crazy? I'm so bored about my own life. I'm too busy watching.
Okay.
I saw this
It's
one
good
TikTok.
content, but yeah.
I saw this one TikTok, and it was like, if we died, like if the human race died,
Yes.
Oh.
and the alien came like went through our memories,
Yes.
they would see a collage of other people's lives, and they would have to search for where our life is. And isn't that crazy to think about? Like, we are so wrapped up in some random others that live in LA. Like who cares? We're never seeing them again.
But
We're
here's-
never like, you know
the
what I mean?
producers do such a well job of making you care, and here's why. So you going back to like hiding behind the bushes in the camera, you are exploiting somebody again, either making out or crashing out. The point is like you're being vulnerable on camera, and so the viewers like it thrives. The show thrives on that, and then the show thrives on the viewers' passion towards these people, towards the emotional attachment of people they've never met. So they are now gamifying love on top of that. The show allows America to vote like some simulation democracy where they centralize the question to you to make yourself feel more involved, to give you a reason to be more passionate, to make you feel like you are in control of the storyline. So now I'm more attached to this person and how it's going to end up, because it's like, oh, did my vote end up coming into fruition? And what I mean by that is, here's an example of a question. The question is framed where it's like, who would you want to go on a vacation with? What couple would you see yourself going on a vacation with? Not which couple deserves to go on a romantic relationship.
Yeah, it's not like deserves. It's who would you
like,
want to go
and
with.
I don't know. I don't believe these votes are like they're accurate, but too.
The votes have been rigged.
You never know. Honestly,
You never
it's
know.
like what like they can.
There was an
Where does it
Islander
say they
couple that I
can?
knew they were gonna win for sure, without a doubt, and they won.
They did.
They won.
It's also like
Sorry to spoil, but like,
Well,
I'm not.
we didn't say anything.
We didn't say the
Spoil-
name.
We should have said spoiler alert. at the
But
beginning.
like, it's
Spoiler
so
alert.
obvious.
It's-
Like everyone was on this person and this
Yeah.
couple's side. Everyone, like everyone, like, oh, okay.
Because they couldn't do no wrong.
Yeah, and they were like, okay, and if we choose a different winner, they're gonna come get mad at us. No one's gonna watch our show. We need to make our show watchable for the next season.
so
Yeah.
even if they didn't win, they
even though
make
they
them
win, they're
Because it's also like
gonna.
this is not some like
Because it's so predictable.
this is not some governmental issue. Like who actually cares who wins? You know, like realistically, like, okay, we want someone to win, they don't win. Like we're not here like crying or I mean maybe some people are, but like
Like if they didn't win, no one's gonna be like, oh my god, like I hate Love Island, I hate the show, I'm never watching the show.
they might make videos about it. Like that.
They might.
They might.
But like no one's actually gonna hold a hatred against
Right.
like.
So it's
No.
like
Actually,
realistically,
So,
why
except
can't Love Island rig their stuff? Why can't they?
But people will react however people want to react. People can say, oh, I'm never gonna
we
watch
saw
the show.
we
again.
saw this season.
Yeah.
That was chaotic. I feel like it was like the next day I would wake up, people are like, we hate this person. But then the day after that, we love this person, follow this person
I
back.
think the reason for that is simply because us as a society, we have shortened our attention spans and our level of belief to something.
It's
because
just like, yeah.
there's nothing, like in our lives, there's a lot less consistency in the world. Everything is always changing around us. So our opinion, we, especially again with social media, now it's like our opinion has to be strong and it has to be right.
And it has to go with the
Exactly.
majority.
Exactly.
Like, social media, like, honestly, like, reaffirms your ability. If you think another way and you look at the comments and you're like, wait, like, no, I meant that. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
why I didn't think of that. Like, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But it's like, no.
I
When you look
remember-
at the haters of this person, it's like, oh, I can see where they're coming from. Then you look at all the people that love them, and it's like, oh, what if I love them now? And it's like,
Exactly. I remember like at the beginning when I was first watching the show, when I was watching the show originally, I was only seeing clips of the show, like not of someone like speaking on the show. I also think when it first started, people were just watching it. No one was making the clips and all the stuff. It feels like it started a long time ago, but it started like 2-3 weeks ago. It's just so many people have made it that it's like blown up. When I started watching this 2-3 weeks ago, there were not clips
Well, I mean,
on
how did you
people's
get into it?
characters.
I felt like
I
there
was watching like clips on like Love Island, like on
Oh,
the actual
so
island.
I saw season 6, but I tried watching season 7. I didn't like it, and I left it, and then I started seeing the clips where like this one Islander. Why do I keep saying that? I can't say it now.
this one person.
This person was like crashing out, and that's what I was like.
But that
wait.
crash out was like an actual clip on Love Island.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Yeah, but I'm
So
saying
like it was just another
videos.
crash out.
Yeah, but I'm saying like okay, that's what I was watching too. But I'm
Okay.
saying the videos now are not that.
No.
They are like a picture of this islander in the background, and then this random creator like that
Oh,
lives
talking
in like
about it.
not even America is like on the screen talking about the past, present, and future of this person. Like that only it feels like it's been happening. Like it feels like Love Island has been happening for a long time. It's been happening for a month.
And it doesn't
Can we
feel
talk
like
about
that.
like
It feels like it's
like,
happening.
it feels like we're living through
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
which is a problem in society.
Well, that's the parasocial relationship of it. Psychologically speaking, there are people that form this emotional attachment. Again, form an emotional attachment to somebody that they've never met. So it's very one-sided.
Mhm. I also think like at the beginning there was some islander that I was just like, bro, like if you don't want to do this, why are you here? Like why did you choose to be here? And then I was like, wait, but I get where she's coming from because this is real to them. In the real world, I would ask, this is acceptable in the real world. But it's like, this is the real world for
This is
them.
the real
There's
world,
no
yeah.
fake
But
world.
for us,
them.
it's like, oh, they're
It's villa, it's a villa, but it's like,
it's a TV show.
this is real world. Like, we just,
It's
okay, we
their life.
pause it, we go back to our life.
Right.
They don't pause it and go back
Actually,
to
they're living
where they're
through it.
from.
They
They're
were living
actually
through it.
living. Like, but and it's like I remember at the beginning you said something about Hunger Games. It literally is Hunger Games.
Yeah. But for
Yeah.
love.
But it's like
For love and fame.
but it's real life. Like it's like
Yeah.
if we were in the Hunger Games. As like the people that were voting on like who's gonna win the Hunger Games, like you know what I'm talking about? And they would add stuff into the games, like that's literally what's going on.
So the thing about
Yes.
Hunger Games,
Yes.
like there's the games, there's the challenges, and then there's like that parallel, and then there's also operant conditioning and rewards. Operant conditioning and rewards is when, in this case, you slowly reinforce certain behaviors. So in Hunger Games, if a couple were sweet to each other, then all these donors would come in and give them supplies so that they could survive.
This is her Hunger Games, right?
Yes, this is Hunger Games. Now, in Love
They go on
Island,
dates.
they go on dates and they reinforce certain behaviors. So if you're coupling, if you're flirting, if you're doing anything that's very like lovey-dovey
You also get more screen
or
time.
dramatic, yes, it goes back to what you were saying earlier with the screen time. You get social rewards like approval, screen time, continued presence, survival, and there's a high correlation between people that weren't engaged and people that were kicked off immediately. Like it doesn't. So earlier we were speaking on how. So like another thing is objectifying. You're objectifying people. You're never gonna see somebody that looks normal on the villa. They're always going to look absolutely dolled up, glammed out, the most like perfect body image ever.
Like
Mom
they
standards.
themselves are probably not doing that when they're out of the villa.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like they, no way they're all
They're
getting
getting
up
and like.
and they just put on a full
They-
face of
they also
makeup,
don't
they
know
walk
what
out in their
time it is.
bikini.
Mhm.
Like I know they're not doing that in the real life. You're telling me that on the real life you don't want to just sit in your pajamas sometimes? Like
And
where?
I'm surprised. Oh no, I'm guessing the producers are like, no, you need to like get glammed up.
Exactly, yeah. That's like also it's like the whole idea of
But this like engagement is regardless of how amazing you look. Because there's some people on the villa, like you were mentioning in the beginning, where this person was drop dead gorgeous in my eyes, and because they didn't engage, kicked off immediately.
Yeah.
I also think like
She was pretty.
Daddy.
But anyway,
I also think like you know
people are gonna take this out of context. They're be like, so Alina. But anyway,
what were we? I'm so sorry. What were we talking about right before this? Like
we were talking about operant conditioning, rewards, and objectifying people.
And we're talking about a specific islander that didn't really show engagement and was
It's
like,
like,
Oh,
look
right.
amazing.
I was gonna say. You know how Love Island is supposed to be to find love? It's supposed to be to find love, right? I remember there was this islander, multiple islanders actually, and that is exactly what they were doing. They were finding love. They were building
Yes.
deeper connections. That is exactly what they were doing. They got voted off the island because that is what they're doing.
yes!
And it's like,
Yes!
and
Well-
it comes back to think like, okay, if that's what's happening, then think about like the emotional mental state of these islanders because they're like, so the goal is not to get attached,
Yeah.
right? Because it's like
'Cause
when
that-
you're getting attached, America doesn't want you to stay on the villa because
Yeah.
you're not causing enough drama.
Well, that's the gamifying
But
part.
I'm pretty sure those times happened is not because America's like voting. I think it was the other islanders.
Yeah, I mean like
And
either way.
Speaking of that, like an islander, when explaining why she voted off a specific person, she's like, well, she got really lucky that she found two amazing connections.
Yeah, and it's like
Well, isn't that
that's
what we're supposed to do?
right, and then it brings you back to like for an islander to say that about another islander doing doing something you're supposed to be doing is like when she leaves the island, I can just imagine like how much like mental changes she went through on the island.
Yeah.
Because it's like I just think that living under like a face or a character for so long
So
causes you to kind of become that person in a way.
Well, that all depends on their emotional regulation under surveillance. So, going back to game theory and strategic behavior, it's not just about finding love. It's also about finding that cash prize. There's $100,000.
Right.
about that.
So it's like if you, again, like not only are the viewers being able to gamify it by voting and seeing like, oh, let's see what happens if we vote for this, if we vote for that, if we click this button, but also it's like when you are fighting to survive, in this case it's not life or death, it's money or not. So if this person is finding amazing connections, they could make it to the final, so we gotta cut them off so that I could potentially get that cash prize. Now, I'm not saying that that's like exactly what all the Islanders are thinking. This is just a possibility that people can have an ulterior motive.
Which I love. I know it's really biased, but like I felt like that was happening in the
I
villa.
felt like that was.
And
I
as soon
felt
as this
like
person-
people were
Yeah.
literally making connections to stay in
Stay in
the
the game,
villa,
but
and
also,
they
like,
were trying
orchestrating
so hard to
yeah.
fake it.
And orchestrating what connections should stay, what like the voting.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, I had to stand behind a specific person because my person in my couple would have gotten mad. But realistically, if you're not supporting your friend, which you're saying my friend, but then it's like you do exactly the opposite. But as soon as this person, I personally felt this. As soon as this person left the villa, the vibe of the entire thing just changed, in a way.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because of people's dynamics.
I also think, bro, I keep thinking something that I keep forgetting it when it comes to like to speak. But I keep thinking like every single Islander had a crash out. So it's like
Yes.
the
Not
producer,
every single one.
like most of
Majority
them.
of them. I think
There was-
almost everyone except for like one or two.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
even not just like okay, you could say oh girls are emotional, but even the guys have had crash outs. Like it's not just a girl. But I just think like Love Island.
Oh.
There have been guys that have had crash outs. I mean,
Well,
maybe
that's-
not as like.
That's because of group dynamics and peer pressure.
Well, it's
Oh,
also
okay.
like I also think that it's the way, like, okay, so Pin, if you're on the island, you need to like act a certain way. You feel like you need to act a certain way.
Or you're gonna get voted off. That's what
Exactly.
they're
So it's like that the ulterior motive combined
sure,
with
group
like
dynamics
what
is
people
there, yeah.
want, what people don't want. Actually,
Yeah.
it's like in this 1 month, every person I've had a crash out basically got triggered
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
to get mad because it's like now you're in this state of like I'm faking it kind of, but it's like actually affecting me, and now you're crashing out. Like I just like
And if you
cannot
get called
imagine
out
how
for the
much
fake,
that
They're
affects
like,
your mental health.
well,
And then it's like you come out, you see all these, you come out of the villa, see all these comments, you see all these things about you see about yourself, about this like 32 episode show that's like shows what 1/24 of your day, because it's
Yeah.
1 hour out of your 24, 1/24 of your
It's
day
not-
times 32. It's like that's what it shows. It's like people are literally like saying the like most hateful shit, or like the most like you can, it can also be the other way. Like you think someone's so good, but they're not actually that good. Like they're not
So-
actually that good of a person. It's like you know what I'm saying. It's like I cannot imagine when they come out their mental health, or when they not even that when they come out and watch the show.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh my god, that's not actually how that happened.
yeah, it's all like oh my god, like you start to believe what you see.
Which I'm
You know what I'm
really
saying?
like
Which
they
I'm
just-
so nervous
They
about.
just came out, right? I'm so like what they're gonna say. Like they're gonna go on like podcasts as well, like record YouTube videos after some, like what they're gonna say after and like think it's gonna be like, oh my god. Especially for like Islander, it feels so bad.
It's gonna be so like scary for them.
Yeah. I mean,
Like I feel like you have to be mentally tough to be on Love Island.
Oh, for
yes,
sure.
100%, because it goes back again to emotional regulation during surveillance. Because when you are being surveilled, you will regulate your emotions differently. And so that will control like how, if I'm not saying anything, then I'm perceived as strong. If I am saying a lot, I'm perceived as either being true to my emotions or exaggerating or being dramatic to elicit sympathy. But the reality is different people react in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So now they have to suffer at the point of society, and by society's laughter and all of the speculation, because people will make whatever assumption they want. So yes, you have to be mentally strong, not only inside the villa to avoid reacting because it's going to affect you at some point, but also outside that villa. And going back to what we were saying on seeing is believing, but somebody else is controlling what you're seeing, that's the reality distortion. So there's editing, soundtracks, camera work, that all shape people's perception of reality. And like we've already touched on this topic, but I feel like every good show has a theme song. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, whenever
I'm gonna start dancing too.
it's like yeah, but like yeah, like as soon as that song came on, like there would be an ad, and I would just keep doing my work. And then as soon as that song came on, I was like, I put everything down and I was like, okay, lock in, back to the show. It's like Pavlov's dogs.
Oh, when it would like go to an ad and come back, right?
Yes, when it would go to an ad and then it would come back. Yeah, and then like when, yeah, exactly. And then when,
oh my god, you're so right.
do you
Why
remember
were we doing that yesterday?
the experiment when Pavlov's dogs, when they would hear the ring of a bell, they would start drooling because they associated bells with food. And so that would create this, they would elicit this response. So now, for me personally, and potentially many other people, when I hear the Love Island theme song, not only do I know exactly what that song represents, but now it's like, put everything down, lock in, drama's about to happen.
Oh my god, you're so right.
It's like,
I was
conditioned.
I was like watching the show, an ad would come on my phone, like give it like 30 seconds, and then when I hear it, phone down, locked in.
Yes.
Go back.
And
do
that
the thing.
increases viewer retention.
Oh my gosh.
And then when viewers are being attentive, content is created because now people are watching and they're like, I'm going to record this and I'm going to share my opinion about it because my opinion matters. It's like, I mean, it's fine. Free speech, but don't do it in a way where it's like going to hurt people.
It's
Yeah.
literally, yeah. It's fun. I was like,
On top of that, the last theory or concept of this show that exploits people psychologically is the close proximity effect. So, according to research at Penn State, absence does not, in fact, make the heart grow fonder. That's just wanting something that you can't have. By spending an extended time with people in an enclosed environment will increase attraction, especially when compatibility is low, because
That is something that I agree with. That's happening on Love Island.
it reaches back to our survival instincts, where it's like we have these two purposes. You have to eat to survive, that's the hunting part, and then you have to reproduce. If you are in an enclosed environment, you have nothing to do but to speak to these people. And as for the food part, that's like, you're already set with that, so that's not a biological thing you have to worry about. Now, this attraction is coming into play. You're looking at two people where in real life, it's like, y'all wouldn't really be in a relationship together. That wouldn't happen. And even,
What's like to you, which one's better
you know,
for this show? Like, which one's the best right now?
what
Yeah.
are the viewers asking for?
it's not,
Not even that. It's like
Yeah.
if I see two people that I'm not attracted to in the real world, why would I have anything to do with them, right? Like
Yeah.
relationship wise. If I was in Love Island and those two were my only options,
Then you have to do
you'd be like, well, I'll just choose the one that I'm most attracted to. And then over time, it's like you're like, oh, this person is attractive, but it's like
so
'cause
sweet.
you would not.
you don't have this mindset where it's like, oh, there's many fish in the sea. No, it's like, I have two, and if I don't, I'm gonna get killed. Like,
Yeah,
That's
essentially,
it.
yeah.
That's it.
and if I had to guess, that's probably the reason why couples don't last when their feet hit the ground of the real world, because, oh, now all the fish are back.
And you wouldn't
They
actually
cast you
choose
off.
that person.
Yeah. And
Not that they're bad people, but just that that's
It just
Not
wasn't
your
working out,
person.
like distance wise, like we live in
Yes.
different places. But like,
they don't think about those things when they're in the villa.
which I'm really glad, not to spoil anything, like with the finale, like there was an islander that.
I
Why do I
didn't
keep
watch the
saying that?
finale, so don't say
Uh-oh.
really,
This is like a close it, cover your ears. It was like a part where it's like a person was like like I don't see this working out, and I feel like if we haven't fixed it here, we can't fix it elsewhere.
Mm.
He ended it, and I felt like that was really like,
Mm.
you know, like she did realistically see that, and everyone was like on her side and was like, maybe
Not
I'm wrong.
everyone.
Really?
Yeah, there was other comments online on her page. When I went on her page,
That were like-
this people will go and spread their opinion and say, oh, this person was doing everything right, and it's her fault. She messed it up. He was perfect.
Oh,
and
yes,
she was
yes,
giving
yes,
him. He was giving her another chance at love, and she just threw it away.
Yes, you're right. Okay, you're good. We're done.
But as for how people can even get on the island, that's a whole process. So there's an online application. I went and found the actual Love Island casting
She filled
site.
it out.
Yeah,
She's gonna be- she's gonna
are
be
you
our up-
applying
yeah.
season 8 or what?
So actually, I gave up after the first 2 questions, so I'm not gonna be on the show. Over 80 questions, y'all.
That's insane.
And it's like they ask you every nitty gritty about like social media, about some interesting social media sites that people have. If you want to go on there and see what I mean, they're exploiting you to every single extent, and not just exploiting. They're also like trying to get to know you, why you want to be on the island, what a good date for you looks like, all that type of stuff. Actually, there is this huge, extensive application process where they vet and background everything from your health, your social media, everything. Like the medical evaluations is insane, and even with the final selection, after you go through all these interviews and everything, you might consider to be on there. It's still not guaranteed.
And you don't even know if you
If
are
you're
gonna
gonna
get on there till like the last minute. You know?
Okay.
But anyways, that's a perfect way to end our podcast today. End our episode. I don't know why I keep saying podcast. But it's a great way to end our episode today. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for next week's episode. Bye guys.